Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. Now, I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I wasn't live last night for this fight, and neither was Pops, but I wanted to take this time to get my little thoughts on what was really just an epic, old school, knock down, drag out type of affair with Erickson Lubin and Sebastian Fundora. It was, I'll tell you this, I knew this fight was going to be a really good fight. I knew it was a 50-50 fight. It was truly a fight where you really couldn't pick either way too confidently because I just think it was a great style matchup. You know, you have Erickson Lubin, who has a good blend of skills, you know, good boxer, smart fighter, heavy-handed, you know, really good body puncher. With Fundora being 6'7" or whatever he is, you know, you knew that those body shots were going to be there to break him down. Fundora is what his name insinuates that he is. He is a towering inferno. He barrels down on top of you. He really he's a volume puncher. He fights the fight that works for him. Some people criticize him for not using his height, but he uses his height in a way that's most comfortable and suitable for him. And so far, it hasn't really worked against him in the pros. So, you know, it was a hell of a fight. You know, Lubin early on, I think was fighting pretty well. He was getting Fundora to come chase him and use his size in a way which he hasn't really had to so far, a lot so far. And then there was also this constant tug and pull of Lubin moving, Fundora having to find him, and then when Fundora would find him and get him to stop moving, then that's when Fundora would lay the smackdown on him. So early on in the fight, Fundora dropped him. And I was thinking, you know what? This might be a short night for Erickson Lubin. You know, Lubin has had a tendency in the past, like if you go back and watch his fight with Terrell Goucher, he has had a tendency in the past to not throw as many punches as he can. He catches what I call Tevin Farmer syndrome. He don't throw no punches. And he's gotten away with it against lesser opposition, but with the guy like Fundora and the way he fights, that wasn't going to be the case in this fight. So I was worried about him early on. But, you know, he responded in a great way. You know, he responded like a true champion should. And, he really started to pick up some momentum. After the first knockdown, Fundora maintained pressure and he kept coming forward. But it was almost like the guy who was the slightly sharper of the two was Lubin. And Lubin was putting some rounds in the bank. Then, towards the latter stages of the fight, you had him basically he dropped Fundora. He dropped him and had him out on his feet. And you know, luckily for Fundora, the fight or that round only had 10 seconds left when he got knocked down. But I give Fundora a lot of credit because with him being so damn big and Lubin being such a determined fighter, I thought I was watching the fight. My good friend Sean Zattel from Fight Hype, I was telling Sean, I was like, if Fundora gets dropped, I'm not sure he's getting up. He's too damn big, right? I was telling him that. But he got dropped and got up and responded very, very well. And the latter part of this fight was really the part of the fight that was the most intriguing to me because Fundora doesn't look like he's always hitting guys the hardest. I mean, he's on the inside. He's using those long arms to get on the inside. But sometimes when a guy's on the inside who's as big as him, sometimes they can land punches and it doesn't look like it's that hard. But bro, literally, I think it was like round 8 or 9-ish. Lubin went to go sit down back on the stool after the round was over, and he had this big bump in the middle of his head. He looked like E.T. It was like one of those what the fuck moments in boxing. And then the next round, he had the side of his face started swelling up like a baseball. So it became one of those things where it was like, man, if Fundora really hit this guy, if he gets a chance to extend those arms or gets hit with another big uppercut or left hook, he might just make Erickson Lubin's head explode and you could say game over. You know, that's how vicious it was. But the fight ends with Kevin Cunningham ultimately looking out for his fighter's best interest and stopping the fight, where he had ice thrown at him by someone in the crowd. So this fight had everything. This fight had knockdowns on each side. It had an interesting camera angle, corner work from both trainers. this fight had people throwing ice. It had swelling. It had just a lot of things. And I'll tell you this, man. For me right now in boxing, that's that fight, and then the fight with who was it? Victor Faust, and who was it that he fought? I can't remember who Victor Faust fought, but I was at that fight in South Florida. The fight with Victor Faust from earlier in the year and this fight right now are my two leading fights for fight of the year. But as far as the fight, we'll start with Erickson Lubin. He's had a long road to get back to this point. This is his first loss since getting knocked out by Jermell Charlo, and the second one of his pro career. Listen, I'll tell you this. In defeat, Lubin gets more respect than ever, just for like how he conducted himself when things got hot in there and adversity struck. But like Lubin taking a beating like that, beatings like that take years off your career. And I'll be honest, I'm not trying to stick a fork in him or nothing, but Lubin is gonna have a tough road back. If he thought that the road after Charlo was gonna be hard, this one is gonna be harder. This is a great example of like getting knocked out in the first round isn't as bad as getting a slow, steady beating, and he got a slow, steady beating in this fight. So, credit to him for a good fight, but I don't think he'll be the same after this fight. For Fundora, I'll tell you this: I've been very critical of him because I don't like the fact that he's that damn big, fighting at this weight class at 154. But I'm all in. This is a fight now where I can say I am all in on the Towering Inferno. It don't look normal, him being at 154, but he makes the weight, and man, he knows himself. He stays within himself, and he fights the fight that works for him to the highest level possible he can. So there's a lot of good fights out there for him. He said he wants the Charlo Castaño winner. That'd be a cool fight. But the fight I would like to see next personally would be Fundora versus Tim Tszyu. That fight would be great because I feel like Tim Tszyu, the way he fights would mesh really well with Fundora. And it'd be a great fight, and it'd be a great step up. Two top, young, undefeated contenders in the division going at it. I mean, I can't think of too many matchups at 154 that I would like to see more than Fundora versus Tim Tszyu. So that's what it is. That's my little review on the fight. One of the best fights I ever seen. Shout out to both fighters, the Hammer and the Towering Inferno, on putting on a great fight for the fans, and we'll definitely be covering their careers and all of the developments as their careers progress here on True School Sports. But you guys let me know what you think. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.